Why does Frantz Fanon still matter? Long after his death, Fanon's name appears in academic debates, activist circles, and even state security briefings. Most governments do not fear dead thinkers, but Fanon's ideas remain threatening because they continue to expose how power actually works beneath the surface, in the mind, and in the structures that shape daily life. His work is not just history. It is a lens that unsettles the present. Fanon argued that colonialism is not simply a matter of armies or laws. Its deepest weapon is psychological control. Domination is sustained not by force alone, but by reshaping how the colonized see themselves, each other, and the world. Through language, education, and culture, power implants a sense of inferiority, making the dominated internalize their own subjugation. The colonizer's image becomes the standard, and the colonized are taught to aspire to it even as it remains out of reach. In Black Skin, White Masks, Fanon describes colonial pathology. Under colonial rule, the pursuit of whiteness socially, culturally, and relationally becomes a survival strategy. Whiteness is positioned as virtue, safety, and social elevation. The colonized may adopt the language, dress, or values of the colonizer, not out of admiration, but as a psychological adaptation to a world that devalues their own identity. Fanon does not judge these behaviors as moral failings. Instead, he analyzes them as responses to a system that engineers feelings of inadequacy and alienation. The pathology is not in the individual, but in the imposed hierarchy that distorts self-perception and social relations. Fanon's insights resonate in the United States. Here, policing often functions as a form of internal occupation, especially in communities marked by racial difference. The logic of racial hierarchy persists, reproduced through media, institutions, and economic structures. The pursuit of acceptance or safety within these systems can mirror the dynamics Fanon described. Systems invested in control resist mental decolonization because a population that reclaims its own narrative becomes harder to govern through fear or division. This is why Fanon's ideas are more dangerous than weapons. States often attempt to sanitize, distort, or selectively teach his work, emphasizing only what can be neutralized or contained. But Fanon's psychological analysis of power, his insistence on understanding how domination is internalized, offers a way to undermine authority that does not rely on confrontation alone. To recognize the mechanisms of control is to begin to loosen their grip. Fanon unsettles because he teaches recognition of imposed inferiority, reclamation of self-definition, and withdrawal from seeking validation in systems built on dominance. His work leaves us with questions rather than answers, inviting reflection on how power shapes not only the world around us, but the world within.